right, man. I found this interesting, man. And I know a lot of y'all be like, well, they're doing this over a white guy, and it's because of the white guy that they doing it. Man, nah, I don't really think it's just because of that, bro. To keep it a beam, bro. This is. But let me just play it, bro. Let me play it. I don't just think it's over that. I just think how crazy. It is. But guess what? We can't miss the elephant in the room. They cheated. And I feel like if you cheated and you feel like cheating was that bad, you don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame at all. You know, and I reiterate that point because I've talked about it already. But I feel like if y'all feel like people cheated, they don't need to be in the Hall of Fame. Steroids, anything that has a competitive advantage, taping practices, let's just not put them in the Hall of Fame at all. I don't care if they got caught once or twice or 10 times. But let's get into it.
One thing that I'll say, you know, I'm not going to really sit up here and just sit up here and just badmouth the Hall, because there's some guys that just got selected to this year's Pro Football Hall of Fame that I do not want to take the light from. But one thing about not electing Robert Kraft, not electing Bill Belichick, the one thing that I would talk to all the voters going forward, I know it's going to ruffle some feathers, but I really believe as a football player, if you didn't play it, if you didn't coach it, you shouldn't have a vote. I don't care who you are, and I don't care how you feel about it. But like I said, I don't want to take no shine away from the guys elected today, and that's it for me. Yeah, one thing that I'll say.
And I'm going to just stop it here, right? I definitely agree with him. If you didn't play, you shouldn't have a vote. If you didn't ref, you shouldn't have a vote. I think refs, players, coaches, GMs should have a vote. Flat out. And the people that's sitting there, look at Mike Greeny. And if he has a vote, like he is just like, it's just like how they've emasculated sports. You know, we can talk about all the rule changes they've done, but they put the moistest men on TV to get them a job. They put the moistest writers. Let me tell y'all something about being a man, bro. You know, the first men that be in your life, they pose to hurt your feelings. Your father posed to hurt your feelings. Your grandfather posed to hurt your feelings. Your big cousins and big brothers posed to hurt your feelings, because guess what? When you become a man, they don't care nothing about your feelings. Women don't care about your feelings. The children don't care about your feelings. You know, nobody but your mother and the dog or the animal care about your fucking feelings. So you have to crush a young man's feelings early. You have to crush them. And a lot of these dudes that's on TV, like Mike Greeny or the moist dudes that was on the NFL Network, but now they on the ESPN. He do the man, you know, Strager. We need masculinity on TV, bro. We don't need no moist people. And some of the women, I don't mind. I used to love Doris Burke calling games. I don't mind having a Mia Kim's up there talking her side. That doesn't. But these moist men that they got up there. These moist men they put on here, these are some of the dudes who got votes, who they never had their feelings hurt. They vote with their emotions. They vote with their feelings. Therefore, when a player doesn't give them an interview, or he doesn't get them an inside scoop, or he blow them off, or he wasn't approachable after a game, oh, I'm not going to put him in the first ballot Hall of Fame. It's not just based off the facts. It's based off the feeling. How I feel about you, how I like you. Not based off what you done. I can separate that. If you watch my channel, I'm like, he a whole ass nigga, but you know, he a whole ass nigga that can play. People like Greenberg, and I ain't saying like Alex Smith or Teddy Bruschi or Rex Ryan or Randy can't be capable of the same thing, but to keep it a bean with you, bro, we need motherfuckers like that off TV, bro. Then people like him shouldn't have a vote. None of the writers. Look at Brian Windhorst and somebody. They're not even good on TV, bro. We need more masculinity to represent the sport of football, bro. It represents sports in general, but let's hit the blunt twice and switch lanes.
Which is any list that doesn't include Bill Belichick. Belichick at the top is absolutely wrong. And a lot of those players that we mentioned, they're great players. I played with Drew Brees. I played with Adam Vinatieri. But there's nobody more deserving to be in that Hall of Fame than Coach Belichick. I've seen his greatness. I've seen him design defenses to stop your offense. And you just look at the players that he's impacted. He's been unbelievable. And when I look out throughout the Hall of Fame, and even a guy like Tom Brady wouldn't be Tom Brady without Bill Belichick. And that's the disappointing part of it, Coach. And you guys got it wrong.
Now, let me give you some context here. So the title of this video says that Rodney Harrison went off on Tony Dungy to his face for not disclosing if he voted for Bill Belichick. Wow. So basically, when he said at the end, oh, you guys got it wrong, by him not saying whether he voted or not voted, right, for Belichick, okay, that's an omission that he didn't, that he voted to keep him out. And as a fellow coach, if you felt like he was cheated, this is the one thing that I really don't like about a lot of dudes like Tony Dungy, bro. He from Jackson, Michigan. I'm from Detroit, right? There's a lot of them dudes like him, them God-fearing Christian dudes, and I don't have no issue with it. I'm a God-fearing man, but those real dudes that just try to, not try to be people pleasers, and I get it because, if you disclose who you vote for politically in entertainment or in the business, it can sway how people look at you. So Tony Dungy just try to stay in a gray area. And I think that's a great area to stand on when you're in the business. Don't let people know if you're conservative, you liberal, or if you're in the middle, or you drive a Volkswagen, or you like internet. It's just like stay out of it. I get what Tony Dungy doing. Like, let me say that first and foremost. But at the end of the day, at some point you got to stand on it, bro. I'm gonna go on there and say, nah, I ain't vote for dog. I ain't vote for him. I feel like he cheated, and I don't think cheaters should get in on the first. Stand on it. I'm gonna stand on it. Something like this, I'm going to stand on it. Because guess what? You're already guilty by saying you didn't do it. Come on now. So that's just how me personally, that's how I look at it. Stand on it. Stand on it. Stand on it. But Rodney Harrison, you can say, oh, I seen him do this, I seen him do that, but we seen him cheat too. I got to tell the whole truth. I have no issue with the New England Patriots. I was a Tom Brady fan when he's at Michigan battling Drew Henson, which a lot of people in Michigan consider Drew Henson for a long time the greatest athlete that ever came out of the state of Michigan. So I was a Brady fan back then. You can go to the point and say the NFL cheated with them with the tuck rule. The whole thing about the ball, they was caught in 2 cheating scandals, Deflategate, all right, and they was caught cheating, recording people practices, and they got caught recording people practices on more than one occasion. On more than one occasion, because remember they was down the line. There was some allegations. I don't know if they was proven true. There were some allegations about them, recording the Bengals practices, and the Bengals were sorry as hell. Y'all remember that? And the Bengals were sorry in the mofo. So my thing is this: if you got caught cheating like that, steroids like that, I feel like you shouldn't be in the Hall. You shouldn't even be eligible to get in the Hall. I feel like they should just say, no, you can't get in the Hall. Nope, all of it's tainted. Tom can't get in, Kraft can't get in. Regardless, they should just be like, nobody should be able to get in. At some point, you got to put a harshness. You got to be hard on these motherfuckers who cheat. Now, my other stance is this. If you're not going to take, I'm not saying that should be the stance. I'm saying if you're not going to take that stance, then you should let them in first battle. You shouldn't say, oh, you should be second or third. No, either we going to rock out with they in or they not in for cheating. That's my stance on it. So check out the NFL playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out the link trees. The first link in the description. You can find me everywhere from Instagram, Facebook, Kick, Patreon, the whole 9. Love to hear y'all from the comment section. Peace.